Hello Captains, this is Metaman. Today we're looking at a battle that I had in my Flint, which is a Tier 7 light cruiser that was for steel, and it's removed from the shop right now, and it'll be coming back is what I hear. It'll probably be for coal, I'm not really sure. The differences between the Flint and the Atlanta has better AA. Flint has good AA, but not Atlanta AA, and it doesn't have the DF AA. But what she does have is, instead of 4-kilometer torps, is 9.15-kilometer torps. They're still slow, 55 knots. They hit pretty hard, 16,000 something. But right here, there's a few lessons to learn here. We didn't get up there in time to support the DD, and the DD should have waited for us to get into position. Anything I say during these videos, it's not to be negative to the player. I don't care who the player is, it doesn't matter. They should have waited for us, so I'm not dogging them. I did not want to go in front of this rock that was off to my left. Me being paper thin, I did not want to have any chance of getting deleted right off the bat. So first thing that we see here is the DD should have went up either behind the rock or waited until we got up into position. When I'm in the Flint or the Atlanta or a paper thin ship or even some other type of cruiser, I'm going to want to get on to the side so that I can get flanking shots behind that rock that they're going to hide when they're trying to cap. So here, now that our DD left, I'm going to go ahead and try to use his smoke to get up closer, because now we know that our DD's in bad shape. We're going to have to probably try to come up here and contest this cap. Another mistake, the battleship right here, right in front of me, like I said before, it's not dogging the player, it's just so that we're learning. Right here, I see the Bliskva for a second, get a couple shots off trying to slow down the cap. But this BB, I couldn't have went in here if this BB did not go wide around this rock. If he would have went to center or just sat behind the cap, I couldn't have came up. So you'll start seeing me look off to my right once in a while, and I'm trying to figure out, make sure that I stay out of line of sight of that battleship. So we're in the cap, we've slowed down the cap. I have my hydro running, and because I have to get so close to this rock, like right here I have him spotted, I'm not going to smoke right away because I'm going to get so close to him that he would have seen me through my smoke anyway, just from my gun bloom. He's trying to close the gap, being smart. I get lucky and hit his torps right off the bat. Watch how much he takes off of me in his one salvo. That was a nice salvo. Especially since it was just HE. But now we're in the cap. We have one kill. Pretty much the whole health of that DD we took. And now we got to decide if this battleship's going to rush us. I'm trying to figure out to get away from this rock so that I can start get my other set of torps into play, just in case he rushes me. Start working him over. What you want to do in the Flint is you have these beautiful smokes, and if you can get into position that you can just keep unloading your DPM, you don't have the radar, so it's a little more selfish than, say, the Atlanta. The Atlanta is a team player, utility ship, because it's got the radar, but it can't really bring its guns to bear too often, because if it does, it's going to get deleted. The Flint can hide in its smoke, and as long as somebody else is spotting, it's going to be able to keep just pummeling whoever. Just staying dark for a second until I got that cap, just so that he didn't have a chance to reset it. But you see I'm hitting over towards the bow. And those salvos, the first salvo was pretty close to 5,000. But when you're seeing broadside, especially under 7 kilometers, don't be afraid to use that AP. Here everything's looking good. We have 2 caps, or we're almost getting our 3rd cap. By the way, this is a tier 9 battle. A lot of tier 9s. And we're tier 7, so bottom tier. And I feel like we're going to do, by the end of the battle, we're going to do a pretty good amount of help out for the team. Here I'm trying to run away from this Ibuki. I knew he was going to be able to spot me. I wanted to disappear. But the Flint has those nice long torps compared to the Atlanta. I really like the Atlanta, but I can't win in her. I have tons of battles in her, and I have way above average damage, pretty good amount of above average kills per battle, but in my stats in her are just pretty good, but I just can't get wins in her. And so I'm guessing it's something I'm doing wrong, something somebody else is doing differently. But here we got lucky, and we did get one of those nice long torps to hit. We're going to start setting up our smoke, set up camp, see if we can get some fires on this tier 9 battleship. The whole idea is when you have these torps, or say when you have using the Tago or somebody like that, you want to synergize it. You want to, if you're only using your guns, or if you're only trying to set up your torps, you're giving a lot of your DPM away. And so right here we got one fire. We knew he had to use his DCP, so all I'm trying to do is hit a different portion of his ship right now, trying to get me another fire. We have all 3 caps. We're up by 2,500 points. We got 2 fires on him. Two kills, 85,000 damage, and it's still running. I'm gonna back up. I see right here is another bad position that our DD's in. That rock is blocking the view of the tier 9 battleship. If he would have had him in view, I could have probably finished him off. Like I said, it's not me complaining to him. It's just saying that things that we could have done differently to make the game go a little bit easier. Here I'm going to get it. I got a couple salvos off. He became visible again. I'm going to go back in my smoke. I probably should have stayed back, I guess, because he's going to run outside my range. Look how close he comes to dying. So there, you see I'm really low on health. I was afraid to play a little too aggressive. In the smokes are nice. They're those nice long American smokes. You do have a hydro, obviously, that's what I used earlier, but you don't have the radar or the DFAA. You have 1 less turret also. Well, you have 2 less turrets, but it's those wing mounts that the Atlanta has that you do not have on the Flint. I like the Flint. I like the Atlanta also, even though my win rate is horrible in her. I really like supporting the team with that radar. And if you look at a lot of the ships that seem to have parts that don't quite fit, when they have radar, they put such a value on radar that they usually give you some pretty stiff disadvantages. Say like on the Atlanta, the range is really short, same way as on here, but you can use the smoke. And I have AFT on this captain. Say the Orkin has okay DPM, not great, has bad AA, has radar. So her radar, since she doesn't have any smoke, she can't sit and smoke and shoot. So a lot of the stuff that you radar, you're not going to be able to hit, because you're going to want to stay in the dark. At the time, I was thinking that we're looking still pretty good. We're way up on points. We were up to 700 points. But after I looked at this video again, we started falling farther behind. As in ships, they started having the advantage on ships. Once again, our DD being out to the side of the map, he probably should have been in position to try to help get the caps. That would have helped us out a lot more. Just running back towards Bravo. I see them ahead on ships. I'm going to go back, head this way, and I'm trying to get lucky and catch one of these DDs coming up around this island. But do I think the Flint is a good ship? I think her and Atlanta are a lot alike, except for that smoke. The DFAA, you can hide in smoke if you have to. You can't be the team utility like that with the Flint. But the Flint is really strong because you know the DPM on the Atlanta, and now you have that pretty much same DPM except for that wing turret, so you're missing 2 shots. You have 6 turrets, so you have 12 127 millimeter 1800 maximum HE damage shells, which can add up damage really fast. Here I see I'm spotted. I'm going to go ahead and slow down, see if we can get this Ibuki. See right here we've fallen way behind. I was hoping to get this Ibuki. See a couple of their ships, or a few of their ships really low. But you can't win them all. And
battle ends in 5 minutes.
What do you know? We're going to get that flesh wound. So we end up with, let's see, 3 kills, 109,000 damage, 10 defensive flags. I think we had a pretty good game as bottom tier. We wish we could have won. It really bothers me when I don't win, so especially if I have a good game, because I feel like I did my part, but there's other times that I probably didn't do that well and we still lost. Or other times I didn't do that well and we won. But do I think the Flint is strong? Yes, and when she comes back out for coal, I would definitely consider getting her, especially if you're not a tier 10 player yet and you like to play around 7, tier 7. She is a really strong ship. If you can get used to playing in the smoke, using your hydro, you got the nice long torps. But you'll see that we did pretty well in the XP board, especially for being bottom tier. But please leave any comments and ships that you would like to see in the future or subjects you want covered. This is Meta_Man 2002. Please subscribe if you haven't already. If you enjoy the videos and they're helpful to you. You guys have a great day and happy hunting.